Hello everyone, I wanted to show you something I learned from the Jeremy Bonamontable, I'm not quite sure how to say his name, video about using this Tamiya putty. You can also use green stuff formula, but I'll explain that a bit later, to smooth out surfaces on your metal miniatures. I wouldn't recommend this for plastic miniatures, as you do use thinners or lacquer thinner. So this is one I've done quite a while ago. As you can see, this cloak was very pock-marked from the casting process, and when you run your finger over it now, it's really smooth. So when you put your paint on, it's going to come up nice and smoothly. You're not going to see any dents and holes in it. So that's just one I've done. I've also done the front a bit. It can be a little time consuming, but it does give you a nice finished product in the end. So what I'm using is this Tamiya Putty White. It comes in a tube, it's like a paste. And I'm using some paint thinners. I've just got it in this dropper bottle, which I bought from the chemist. So I'm just going to do this model because this is one that's got a lot of pock marks on her skirt. You can hear that. There's a lot of holes in there, and that's not going to show up very well when you paint it. You're going to see all the marks unless you really load it on with paint. So I've just got a little dish. This is actually a candle holder, but it's all I could find. So what you want to do is just grab a brush. I've just got an old Taklon brush here that I use for primering and doing this. And you will also need some sandpaper. This is, I believe, 180. That's good for filing down really quickly. And some 600 wet and dry. It's also some 1200, but that may be overdoing it a bit. So what you want to do, once you've cleaned your miniature, you want to get all the oils and gunk off of it. You want to put just a dab into the bottom of your bowl. Don't need much. About the size of maybe half a pea size. That's roughly it. And I put about 2 drops of thinner in for now. Make sure you do the bottle back up. Last thing you want to do is spill this and get it everywhere. And I'm just going to mix that. Okay. As you can see, you really want to turn it into a liquid. So I haven't done this for a while. I'll put more in there. It doesn't matter if you put a bit too much in there. You give it a minute and the thinner will evaporate slowly and it'll be thicker. So you want it probably the consistency of paint, thick paint. Just get it on your brush. Make sure you have the doors, windows open and the fan going to make sure you don't get the fumes in your face. And what we're going to do is we're just going to paint it on the areas where we really want to get the holes filled up. This will dry very quickly. I'm not too concerned with next to the little boy. I'm not really going to see it that much. Do a bit on her apron. You don't want to obscure the details, you just want to get it the bits you want to smooth. Doesn't matter if it's not on smoothly, you're going to sand it all back. So there we go. I'm going to give it a second coat. This is already starting to thicken up. See, my brush is falling apart. This very abused brush. You also notice when you wipe this on, it may wipe off the layers underneath. That's okay, because you're most likely just getting it off at the top surfaces, which we're going to sand it off anyway. Just go something, and that will do. Wash your brush in thinners or dunk it in some turpentine, just put it out the way where you're not going to smell it. Good idea if you've got some left over, especially if you're inside, just to put some cling wrap, whatever you like to call it, over the top, just to so the fumes don't get in your face. I'm not sure if this is going to be too much, too harsh. So just going to, I think this is going to be a bit too thick, so I'm going to use the 600. A bit too thick, a bit too coarse, I mean. It's just going to sand over the top. Oh dear me. I've only done this a few times, so I'm certainly not a pro at it. I'm going to go through a bit of sandpaper doing this. Then next of all, you want to get into those gaps and just fold your sandpaper. So there you go. She is smoothed out. Let's see if we can focus. See the white, which is nice and smooth when you run your fingernail over her dress, her apron. It can be a little time consuming, but if you want a nice smooth look, it's definitely worth it. So as you can see, my little boy broke up, but oh poor little guy. I've been particularly brutal with this model, so it's not surprising. So she's all done. The other methods for using the green stuff and the Tamiya putty is to, mix up your milliput of grease stuff. Make a little depression in the middle. Let's see if I can. I'm not going to mix any up, I'm not going to do it. So basically mix up your epoxy, put it on your palette or whatever you use, and make, let's see if I can remember. Just stick it down and make a little well in the middle of it with your paintbrush. Then you put a little bit of acetone in it. Use an old brush. Just put a tiny bit of acetone in there. Then you mix it up until it's like consistency of milk, he usually recommends, or he recommends in his video. And then you do the same thing. You paint it on, and then you use the sandpaper to file it off. Okay? Thanks for watching.